Have you ever heard of a city that simply appears out of the ground, only to vanish again without a trace? It sounds like something from a fantasy novel, right? But what if I told you that these phantom cities are real? They're not built of magic or dreams, but of sand, ice, and sometimes even salt. Today, we re-embarking on a journey to discover the world's most incredible ephemeral cities, places that exist for a fleeting moment and then disappear, leaving us to wonder if they were ever there at all. Our first stop is the legendary city of Kalmanskop, deep in the Namib Desert. A century ago, this was one of the wealthiest places on Earth. German prospectors struck it rich, finding diamonds scattered across the sand. Almost overnight, a lavish town sprang up. It had a hospital with the first X-ray machine in the southern hemisphere, a grand ballroom, a bowling alley, and even an ice factory to make blocks for personal refrigerators. Imagine that, ice in the middle of the desert. Residents lived in ornate mansions, sipping champagne while the desert winds howled outside. But the diamond rush was short-lived. By the 1950s, the mines were depleted, and the residents packed up and left, abandoning their luxurious homes to the mercy of the desert. Today, Kalmanskop is a ghost town in the truest sense. The desert is reclaiming it. Sand dunes have swallowed entire buildings, pouring through broken windows and filling rooms from floor to ceiling. You can walk into a house and find yourself waist-deep in sand, the sun filtering through a decaying roof. It's an eerie and beautiful sight. The city appears from the shifting sands when the winds are just right, revealing glimpses of its former glory, only to be buried again by the next sandstorm. It's a constant battle between human creation and the relentless power of nature. Visiting Kalmanskop is like stepping into a dream, a place caught between existence and oblivion. From the hot sands of Africa, let's travel to the freezing landscapes of the far north, to a city made entirely of ice. I'm talking about the Harbin International Ice and Snow Festival in China. Every winter, a breathtaking metropolis is carved from massive blocks of ice harvested from the frozen Songhua River. This isn't just a few ice sculptures, it's a full-blown city. We're talking towering castles, sprawling palaces, and life-sized replicas of famous landmarks from around the world, all constructed from translucent ice. By day, the city is a crystal kingdom, shimmering under the winter sun. But at night, it transforms into a neon wonderland. Millions of colorful LED lights are embedded within the ice, making the entire city glow in a dazzling display of light and color. You can wander through illuminated pagodas, slide down icy slides, and even dine in restaurants made of ice. For a few short months, this frozen city is home to millions of visitors. But its beauty is fleeting. As winter thaws and spring arrives, the city begins to melt. The magnificent structures slowly dissolve, returning to the river from which they came. By summer, there is no trace of the ice city left, just the memory of its magical, temporary existence. It's a powerful reminder that some of the most beautiful things in life are impermanent. Now, let's head to a place where the ground itself is the main attraction. In the middle of Bolivia lies the Salar de Uyuni, the world's largest salt flat. For most of the year, it's a vast, blindingly white expanse of salt crystals stretching as far as the eye can see. But during the rainy season, something incredible happens. A thin layer of water covers the salt flat, transforming it into the world's largest natural mirror. The reflection is so perfect that the sky and the ground merge into one, and it feels like you're walking on clouds. It's during this time that a unique kind of city appears. Dotted across the salt flat are hotels made almost entirely of salt. The walls are salt blocks, the tables are salt, even the beds are built from salt. These salt palaces offer a once-in-a-lifetime experience, allowing you to sleep in the middle of this surreal landscape. When the rain stops and the water evaporates, the giant mirror vanishes and the landscape returns to its dry, crystalline state. The salt hotels remain, waiting for the next rainy season to once again be at the heart of this reflective, water-world city. It's a place that completely redefines your perception of what a landscape can be. Our next destination takes us to the arid plains of Nevada, but this isn't about Las Vegas. We're heading to Black Rock City, the home of the famous Burning Man Festival. For 1 week every year, an empty, dusty patch of desert, known as the Playa, transforms into a bustling metropolis of nearly 80,000 people. There are no pre-built structures here. Everything is brought in by the participants themselves. They create elaborate theme camps, towering art installations, and venues for music, workshops, and performances. Black Rock City is a functioning city with its own grid of streets, a post office, and even an airport. It's a hub of radical self-expression and creativity, where incredible, surreal art pieces rise from the desert floor. You might see a giant mechanical octopus shooting flames or a galleon sailing across the dusty plains. It's a city built on imagination. But the most important principle of Burning Man is leave no trace. After the final effigy is burned in a spectacular ceremony, the entire city is dismantled. Every single piece of trash, every structure, every sequin is packed up and removed. Within days, the thriving city vanishes and the desert returns to its pristine, empty state. It's as if it was never there. Black Rock City is a testament to the power of community and the idea that we can create amazing things and then leave the world as we found it. Let's venture to India, to the banks of the Ganges River, where one of the largest temporary cities on earth is built for the Kumbh Mela festival. This Hindu pilgrimage is considered the largest peaceful gathering in the world, attracting tens of millions of people. To accommodate this incredible influx, a massive tent city is erected on the floodplains of the river. We're talking about a temporary city with its own infrastructure, pontoon bridges, hospitals, police stations, and a reliable supply of electricity and clean water. The scale is almost impossible to comprehend. Streets are laid out in a grid, and countless tents stretch for miles, creating a sprawling, vibrant community. For about 2 months, this pop-up city is a hub of spiritual activity, with pilgrims from all walks of life coming to bathe in the sacred river. It's a city that appears with a purpose. Once the festival concludes, the entire settlement is methodically disassembled. The bridges are removed, the tents are packed away, and the land is cleared. Soon after, the annual monsoon rains arrive, flooding the plains and washing away any remaining traces. The city disappears completely, waiting to be reborn years later for the next festival. It's a powerful cycle of creation, celebration, and renewal. Finally, let's explore a phenomenon that's less of a city and more of a phantom island. These are landmasses that were once documented on maps, sometimes for centuries, but have since been proven not to exist. Take, for example, the island of Hy-Brasil. According to Irish legend, it was a mythical paradise that appeared off the coast of Ireland only once every 7 years, shrouded in mist. For centuries, cartographers included it on maps of the Atlantic. Expeditions were even sent to find it. Other examples include Saxemberg Island, supposedly sighted by a Dutch sailor in the 17th century, which appeared on maps for over 150 years. Or what about the Auroras, a group of 3 islands reported in the South Atlantic in 1762? They were so convincingly documented that they were searched for well into the 19th century. So what were these explorers seeing? Most likely, these phantom islands were navigational errors, icebergs, fog banks, or even optical illusions, known as fata morganas, which can make objects on the horizon appear distorted and elevated, like floating castles or landmasses. These map cities appeared on paper, fueled imaginations, and then vanished from our charts as our knowledge of the world grew, leaving behind only intriguing stories. From the sand-swept ruins of Kolmanskop to the glowing ice castles of Harbin and the creative explosion of Black Rock City, these ephemeral places challenge our idea of what a city can be. They are born from nature, faith, and human imagination, and their fleeting existence makes them all the more precious. They remind us that nothing is permanent, and that sometimes the most profound beauty lies in things that don't last forever. They appear, enchant us, and then vanish, leaving behind stories that continue to capture our imagination. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the world's vanishing cities. If you found this as fascinating as I did, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more adventures into the unknown. What other mysterious places should we explore next? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.